My name is Ford Carson. I'm the spokesperson for Virginia Energy Sense, which is the Commonwealth's energy education program under the guidance of the State Corporation Commission. A 2021 VES survey found that 4 out of 5 Virginians are willing to learn more about steps they can take to save energy. 72% of Virginians said that saving money is a very important reason to save energy, so there's no better time to remember that saving energy saves money. It also helps our state's economy and cleans our air, land, and water. And with that, we're here in Charlottesville today partnering with a Charlottesville-based nonprofit called LEAP, which is the Local Energy Alliance program, to show what a home energy audit looks like and how it will benefit residents financially and help our environment too. And before we get into specific steps on that, remember that all the tips and tricks we're going to share today are on our website, and that's virginiaenergysense.org.
I'm the executive director for the Local Energy Alliance program, which is a nonprofit that was set up 11 years ago to help homeowners save money, make their homes more energy efficient and more comfortable. We do a lot of things, but one of the most important things we do is help homeowners through first starting with home energy assessments. Let's go to a home energy assessment now with one of my auditors.
My name is Anthony Malabad, and I'm a home energy analyst with LEAP, the Local Energy Alliance program. I come to houses and I inspect them for ways that the homeowners can save energy and save money.
My name's Jonathan Small and I'm one of the homeowners. We moved here about 14 years ago, and when we moved in we wanted to improve the house in lots of ways, but one of the ways was to improve energy efficiency, and by doing that also reducing our overall energy cost. The first thing we did is we got a LEAP energy audit. And in doing that, they provided a bunch of advice and also an explanation about where the house was in terms of its efficiency.
When I come into a house, one of the main things I look at is the attic. And in the attic, the insulation is one of the most important things in terms of energy efficiency. Having a good amount of insulation can keep the heat in the house in the winter and also can keep the heat out of the house during the summer. Here behind me, we see blown cellulose insulation up to R49. This is very energy efficient stuff. Most of the houses I go into, they don't have as much insulation, and homeowners are really losing heat through the attic but from their house that way, and that can make the house colder in the winter and less comfortable. And it can also increase their energy bills. In terms of air sealing and air leakage, one of the things that we want to do is we want to seal up those leaks, but also make sure the house is ventilated properly. In the attic, there's usually a fair amount of leakage, either through the attic access or through electrical or plumbing penetrations, or as you see behind me, these boxes are over recessed lighting fixtures. So air can escape through those if they're not covered like these ones are. But also, as we're sealing the house, we want to make sure that the air is ventilated properly, and so the air doesn't get stale and cause any sort of moisture issues. So this venting that you see behind me here, that's from the bathroom exhaust fans, and we want to make sure that those are vented completely to the outside with a dampered enclosure. That way that warm, moist air that comes from the bathrooms when you're taking a shower, for instance, is vented to the outside and not into the attic where it can cause moisture issues, or in the house where it can also cause moisture issues. So right here we have the attic staircase. These are common in a lot of older homes where they have a pull-down staircase that you can access the attic. And in many houses, this is a main point of air leakage. When we did the thermal cam downstairs, is you can see the cold air in the attic, and a lot of times that cold air just seeps into the house, or the warm air will leave it. Here we have an attic stairs cover, and this is sealed around the edges with spray foam, you can see it, and also closes up and zips up to make an airtight and thermal boundary. This greatly increases the comfort of whatever room is below this, because it keeps the attic air in the attic and the house air in the house. And now we're on the main floor of the home. And now we're doing infrared scans with the thermal cam right here. This is one of my favorite tools to use on an energy audit, because here we can see areas of heat loss in the home. You can see areas of hot and cold, and also when it's done in connection with the blower door test, which pulls air through the house, you can spot those areas of air leakage.
As part of our LEAP home energy audit, we were recommended to get one of these remote switching power strips. And what this does is, from this switch, we can turn on and off all of these plug sockets That saves energy because it removes the energy vampire-ness of TVs and things that suck energy even when they're not on. But it's also super convenient because I can turn on all of my devices with a single switch that I can place anywhere in my house.
So here we're in the foyer of the home, and there's many recessed lighting fixtures as you can see above me. One of the easiest energy efficiency things that you can do to save energy in your house is switching incandescent light bulbs to LED light bulbs. For a 60-watt bulb, you can replace them with a 9-watt bulb, which uses much less energy for the same amount of brightness and for the same warmth that you want in the room. And now we're down in the basement in the utility room. Another one of the main things I look at during an energy audit is the home's heating and air conditioning system. Behind me is a 17-SEER high-efficiency heat pump. The homeowners in this house took the recommendation from a previous energy audit of replacing their old oil furnace, which was very inefficient and had a lot of carbon emissions, with this high-efficiency heat pump model. And these are just a few of the things that we look at during a home energy audit.
Once we had our LEAP home energy audit, we've been in the process of upgrading our house in order to take into account their advice. When we did the major changes, we saw about a 50% improvement in terms of energy efficiency and also cost. And this is a journey that we're continuing to travel down. Later on we had added solar panels, and that reduced our energy costs down by 90%. But there's other things that we'll be doing in the future as technology gets better and we get new information from energy audits in order to improve our house overall.
Remember that heating and air conditioning account for about half of a house's energy use, so it's important to keep in mind that changing your thermostat by just a few degrees can make all the difference. And the next step that you can take is a smart or programmable thermostat, which saves you energy and money automatically by changing your routine without you having to touch the dial. One of the easiest steps you can take to save energy is to replace your air filter, because a dirty air filter blocks airflow, which makes your HVAC system work a lot harder than it needs to, and that wastes energy. So VES recommends you change your air filter at least once a month. Some energy tips are as simple as keeping your shades closed on your windows to prevent light and heat from getting in, but also using a crock pot instead of an oven and only running your dishwasher when it's full. So those are a few simple low-cost or no-cost steps that anyone can take to improve their comfort while saving energy.